I want to show y'all something right quick, and I want you to see how God moves. We look at this plant right here. This is a beefsteak tomato plant. So this is my tomato plant right here, right? Now we look at this and we see that this looks bad. Look how it looks down here. All look at the scars on it. Look, it's just everything below it has died. But when we look at this right here, and we look at even this one right here, we see it don't look so well. It looks kind of sick, right? And that's true. It might actually look a little sick to us. Now, here's the thing though. If we look a little deeper, we see these little flowers up here that's growing. And anybody that know anything about these plants know that these flowers right here, that is where the fruit will start to grow at, right? This one, you will say, okay, well, what a flower at on this one? It already pulled a flower out a few minutes ago. And if you can look on the inside, you can see a little small ball. That small ball is the tomato. Eventually, it's going to start looking like this one. And it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger. Now, what is the purpose of this right here? Well, if you think about a lot of us look at our lives, and this is what we see. We see this, and what we focus on is this. In our life, this is what we focus on right here, right? We only focus on the parts that doesn't look so well. We only focus on the trauma. We only focus on the fact that, hey man, I've been fired from a job. I suddenly got fired from a job and now I don't know what to do. I've suddenly, everybody who I thought had my back don't have my back. Everybody who my family members turned on me. My friends turned on me. The world turned on me. The church turned on me. Everybody may have seemed to turn on you at times. And it feels, and that's all, and a lot of times that's all people want to focus on is the trouble that they've had. But even though you're going through this right here, even though you don't look as good as you would like to look, there is still things being produced. Okay, well, people are making rumors against you. People are that you would expect to be have your back turns on you. But God is still producing something. See, this is the thing right here. We keep focusing on the dead part of things, but God is still producing life through us. God is still producing life in your system. He's still using his spirit to continue to help you thrive in ways, and it's just in a different way than you are used to. And yeah, you don't see because God have stripped you of certain things. The enemy has come against you, and you have spoken certain things over your life that have stripped you. Look at that. Look at the scars that's left from me stripping away the dead branches. It called scars. Okay, but yet at the same time, even though it have those scars, it's still able to produce. You're still able to produce. It doesn't matter what someone else have said about you. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter how people see you. It doesn't matter how you see yourself. The only thing that matters is what's flowing through you. In this tank right here, my nutrients go into this tank and it goes up through this right here and it comes out into the branches and stuff. The problem with it is the previous generation of this plant was grown in soil. So all the fruits, all the seeds that was produced from the parent plant, it is this is one of the seeds that was produced from the parent plant, of course. And it wasn't used to soaking up so much water it's so fast. It wasn't used to that. It wasn't used to getting the nutrients directly into the roots so fast. So it starts to get it's too much water roll through here, and there becomes so much moisture that it begins to take off. I have to take off some of the leaves and things. Now, some of us been placed in different environments. God has put us in a different environment. It's not what we're used to, so we have to learn to adapt. But here's the thing. You may be the first generation in a different environment for your family. You may be the one who decided, I'm not going to smoke. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to commit adultery. I'm going to get married. I'm going to support my wife. I'm going to support my husband. I'm going to support my children. I'm going to be a difference. I am going to be a curse breaker. Well, this is what it looks like a lot of times when you become that person because you are learning to adapt to something that you're not used to. So, but here's the good thing. God does that in us. But the next generation, your children get to see and remember the things that you went through. And they will see how God continued to produce through you, regardless of what you looked like, regardless of what you felt like. God continued to produce through you. So when the seeds come out of this one right here, and I put them back in this tank again, it's going to grow a little bit better. And when the next seed, when this the next generation after this generation here start to grow, it's going to grow better because it's going to be get more and more adapted to its environment. It's going to get more and more adapted to learning how to be obedient to God because you may have been in a family that nobody ever understood what true obedience looked like to God. So now you are learning that true obedience, and God is starting to tear off some things that you're not that you don't feel like it should be torn off. That the world look at you and say, "Oh man, look, you messed up. Look, God ain't with you. God ain't with you, man. Look how you locked up in prison. You think God with you? You just went out and you just stole from somebody. You just stole. You just did a stick up on somebody. You think God with you? Look at how your own family don't want to be with you. Your own friends don't want to be with you. People looking at you, they saying rumors and things against you. You think God is with you? Look at you. But yet God is saying, don't look at what they look at. Look at what I'm doing in your life. Look at what I'm producing in your life. Yeah, you're going to go through the struggles. You're going to go through the trials and the tribulation. But regardless of where you are, God can still use you. And yes, I've had a plant like this once before. It wasn't this same beefsteak tomato plant, but I've had a plant like this once before. And it produced probably better than all the rest of my plants did. And as I was looking at this yesterday, I realized, man, this is what God does. When the world call us and tell us that we're not good enough, God say, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna produce. It did. Hey, look at this. Look up here. God is still able to produce through you. Look at all these ones that ain't even started growing in yet. The ones that still ready to turn into flowers. Look at what is happening. But this plant look ugly. Anybody come over here and look at it, be like, man, you need to take that down. It's terrible. But my God say you keep going. My God say I will never leave you nor forsake you. My God says that you are more than a conqueror. My God said, I have grafted you into my family. You are my chosen child. You didn't choose me. I chose you. I chose you to come out of the environment you used to be in. So now you're sitting in a place and you're wondering, why am I feeling this way? Why, God, I'm struggling because it feel like, God, I want to go back and do what I used to do because I was comfortable. But God is saying, no, you have to stay here. If I was to take this outside right now and put it in some soil and it began to get the sunlight, it began to get all these different things. You know what's going to happen to this? It's going to go into shock and it's going to die out because it's not prepared for it. It's not used to it. So I can't take it straight from here and put it in another environment. God has put you in this environment, and the reason why you're struggling so hard through some things is not because God has left you, not because you're not good enough, not because you can't be used as a vessel. No, that's not why you're in a different area. The reason you're in a different place right now is because God is trying to change the generations of what your generations have done, what the traditions have always been. God is a tradition breaker. He don't let people stay in the same tradition. The only thing is you have to choose to come out. You have to choose to be placed in a different area. You have to choose that I'm not going to be the person that these people used to be. You have to make that decision. And when you make that decision, don't think that God can't produce because, again, he will still produce in you. I hope this right here bless somebody because this is how you may look at yourself. But this is not that what's on the inside is not what you're seeing on the outside. What's coming through the inside is actually more powerful because while everybody else is doubting you, God is still faithful to his word in you and he loves you. Y'all take it easy.